How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. As you guys know, if you've been following along, we're going to be putting the wood burner on the porch on the barn dominium. We have an enclosed porch and we want to put a wood burner in there so it can help out a little bit with the electric bill, and also we can have a secondary heat in that barn dominium, because right now all we have is electric and we're always losing our electric. So a lot of times we're without power, so that means we're without heat. So we need a secondary heat, and we're going to be putting this wood burner, like I said, right there on the porch. And we're going to bring you guys along, and we're going to do this all step by step. So hopefully you can follow along, and if you have to install one yourself, you'll be able to do it with no problem. So what I've done here is I've just laid everything out that came with my chimney kit. Now this is a kit that actually gives you all the pieces you need to put your chimney in. And you get a support box here. You also get, and we'll go through these as we put them together. This is your bottom plate for the bottom of your support. This support box, this will go on the bottom like this, so you can stick your thin wall pipe on this piece of pipe right here. So we're going to go through everything, but like I said, it comes with everything you need. This thing, you can put it on a sloped roof, you can put it on a sloped ceiling, you can put it anywhere you want. It's a DURAVENT, I think that's what it's called, DURAVENT, yeah. So, like I said, I'm just laying it out, getting it figured out, what all comes with it, and it looks to me like everything's here that I need to get this started. So, I'm going to be bringing you guys along, and I'm not going to do this all in one day. I'm doing this by myself, just taking my time, and going to put this thing in, and hopefully everything will work out just fine. One nice thing about these DURAVENT, the setup that we have here, it's 2 inches to combustibles. Okay, so you literally could take this right up through a closet in your house, but I would suggest boxing that in. But it only has to be 2 inches from a wall, and what they mean by 2 inches to combustibles, it could be 2 inches from a stack of newspapers, and it's not going to catch on fire if even you have a chimney fire. That's what it's supposed to be. So I've put these in before. I've put many of them in before, and I've never had any issues with them. So why not bring you guys along and show you how it's done. So I'm going to get started on a few things today, and it's not a whole lot. One thing is this piece here. This is your cone that goes up through your roof. And I'm going to be mounting mine in on a metal roof. And my roof has a pretty good slope to it. So my goal is to build a template the size of this circle, because this is the circle that I want to cut out of my roof. This same circle under here, I want to cut out from the roof. So I'm going to make a cardboard template of this circle, and that will be our template. So we're going to get started on that. It's no big deal. We'll just need a piece of cardboard. So now for this part, I didn't have a big enough piece of cardboard, so I'm just going to take 2 pieces of cardboard together, and then I will have a big enough piece of cardboard. So what I want to do is I just want to make one big piece. So we can make our template out of this. We'll tape it on both sides. We got a good strong connection there. And we'll use that to build our template. Okay, now your first step to making this template is going to be measuring from this edge to this edge, but you gotta allow a little bit because this is crimped together on the outside, so it's just a little bit. Now I'm gonna make mine. I'm gonna cut my circle out it's 18 1/4. So we're gonna go, we set our mics on 18 or 9 1/8. So that's the thing, you want to make sure that you're not too big and you're not too small. We may be a little bit small on that, I don't know, but we'll find out as soon as we cut this board. Now the worst thing can happen right now is I'd have to get another piece of cardboard and cut another template out. And I would much rather do that than go up on that roof and cut it and have to replace a piece of metal. So we want to make sure we get this template good so we don't have to do that. So we got our mic set. I put a black dot on the paper here so I can see the center. This is very important because this little dot is the center of the stack on the chimney. It's the center of the stove stack. That's where that dot's got to go. So this little dot is the center on your chimney for your stove. That little dot right there. So we want to make sure we keep that dot. So we're just going to poke our little micrometers down in here, and we're going to draw us a circle. And we're hoping that this circle is right. And like I said, I'd rather cut another one of these templates than cut another piece of metal for the roof. So we got pretty much a perfect circle there. We're going to go ahead and take a razor blade knife, and we're going to go very slowly, and we're going to work our way right around this guy, just taking your time, doing a nice pretty cut, because you want a pretty cut when you cut that metal up on your roof. Okay, so now our piece is cut. This was the piece. We need to actually both of these pieces, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to set this one off to the side, and this one is marked with the center. And then we're going to take this one, if I can get Julie to hold this for me.
What?
Just hold that for a minute. Okay. We're going to bring this piece over. Okay, and we're going to pretend like this is up on the roof, and this piece here is going to be our metal on the roof. So what we want to do is make sure that it is cut.
And you got a little bit of play there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Just a wee little bit of wiggle room. Maybe 1/8 of an inch wiggle room. So now, one thing I never did understand, when you put this on here and you're doing a metal roof, and I know that's going through your mind too, is the metal roof has 3/4 inch indentions in it. Okay, they stick up 3/4, then it lays flat again. You come over 5 inches, yeah, you got another bump on there. And then you continue doing that all the way around. Well, in our other homestead, what I did was I filled those bumps clear full of silicone, 100% silicone. And I've never, out of the 30 years that it was in there, never did I ever have any problem with it leaking anywhere. So this little template guarantees me when I cut it out, as long as I don't cut it out any bigger than this circle here, and I get this piece dead center. So I'm going to cut this basically from inside. I'm going to cut it from inside my house, and I'm going to cut it the circle. But this will be the center point that will go all the way down to the chimney pipe on the stove. So
you basically want this center in the center of this.
Yeah, in the center of that. And being
that your pipe is going to hook onto that,
right? There's no way of tracing this thing out because you look at the oblong shape it is, you know.
Yeah,
so,
that is, yeah.
So that.
Now, okay, I noticed this side's higher and this is lower.
That's because our roof is sloped. So when this goes on the roof,
side goes?
The shorter side is going to go up.
Up towards the peak.
Yeah, the shorter side will go up towards the peak.
Okay.
So that's why this thing is sloped. It's for a sloped roof.
I didn't know if you explained that.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a good question.
Yeah, well, that's why I figured, you know, because somebody might mention that.
So this part will go up towards the peak, but we're not on to this step yet.
You'll explain it more.
Absolutely. We'll go over everything very slowly. You know, if you don't want to watch a long video, don't watch this video, because I'm going to give you absolutely every step. And the people who do this for a living are going to give me all kind of trouble, because they're going to say, well, we know that goes up the hill. We know that. But now everybody knows that. And I get that all the time in these videos. but I'm going to do it step by step for anybody to do it, not just some professional that wants to come in and criticize how I made a video. So yeah, we want to help everybody. All right, so this is done, and this is not something we're going to be working on today.
No.
We're just getting step by step done as we go along here. So now what we've done, we've taken the wood burner that was in the garage out, and we're going to paint this thing up. We're going to be putting this wood burner on the porch. That way, when we mount the stack, this is what it's going to. Well, we got the stove this far. Now my goal is to set that wood burner in the door. I took one fork off of the tractor, so we're going to be lifting the wood burner with one fork, and we're going to set it on this roller here, and then we'll roll it over to there. Now the hardest part is going to be lifting it off of this and getting it down on the ground, and I'm going to probably have some help for that part. So I think if I do this right, I should be able to do this either with me and Julie or me by myself. Because all I got to do is set it on this thing, get it squared up on there, set it down, and then it should be able to roll. Should be able to. That's a big word, should. All right, we got our stove set on one fork. That was what was nice about these, being able to detach one fork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if we can lift this thing up. I know it'll lift it because it'll pick it up with one fork. And we're going to go in the door and we're going to put it on that little platform, and then we're going to roll it around. So you guys are just going to get a view of me coming through the door because I don't have two cameras, one outside and one inside. So we're going to send it right through the door. Julie's going to give me a hand. She wouldn't let me do it by myself, but I think I could have done it. Let's get started.
Oh, you know what? Lift it up just a
be able to roll in there.
Okay.
Gotta get all the scraps and stuff off the top. I was trying not to scratch it up. I just laid the chain down like that. Set that in there for right.
Looks like it got a little marked up anyways. But if you touch it up. Ooh, that thing's hot from sitting out there.
Baking that paint
This
on.
thing is.
Alright, let's just don't get our feet around
Yeah,
the
watch,
wax.
because it might tip over, so be careful. Yeah, it's still got all kinds of scratch marks on it.
Look at that. Ain't that nice being able to roll it?
Yeah, just be careful. Let me close this door so I don't get bugs in here.
Alright, so we're going to get ready to line up our hole for our chimney stack. And if you notice on the back of your stove, you'll see it'll have measurements how far to put your stove away from the wall. Now, in our case, most of our wall is fireproof. We do have a couple pieces of wood, so we still have to be careful. Even though we have rock wool insulation in here and metal, there's still wood here and there's wood over there. We don't want to catch on fire. So we're going to go by our back of our stove here. We're going to look at the print. It's going to tell us how far to put it away from the wall. So we're going to go ahead and line this up and get our holes marked. Alright, this video is getting just a little bit long, so we're going to end it here. I don't want to bore you guys too much. This video, we got the templates done for all the pipes to go in. We got the wood burner finished up. I'll tell you, it was a big job just getting the wood burner set up and ready to go and get it into the house. Really liked moving it around on that dolly. That made it so much easier. So even for lining up them holes, and if we need to move it out of the way, it's really easy to move it out of the way. So in the next video, we're going to be lining up that pipe and getting our stack put in. This was a little bigger job, so I did it in a few different parts to build. I'm going to be leaving links in the description down below for the kits that we used to put this in. The chimney kit and everything will be a link in there for you guys. I would like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Till next time.